What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Investing Circle, where we talk all things financial freedom and making your money work for you. Really excited today to talk about 3 very creative ways to make $1 without spending a single dollar. And the fun thing about this entire video is that this isn't the next Ponzi scheme or multi-level marketing program. It's just a list of fun, creative ways to earn some additional money with no more than one single dollar. Sounds pretty far-fetched, and indeed, in some cases, it kind of is, but we've all got to start somewhere, right? Since you're already here and you're listening, why not take a look and listen to some of the ways I actually made money by doing nothing more than filling out some paperwork with all my personal information. That's all kind of a joke, but you'll get it when I finally actually dive into this. So the very first way is stock app promotions. And hear me out here. Every other day there's a new stock app popping up, and when you have your money in a brokerage account, it's really hard to think of moving it away unless there's a really, really good reason to, like free money, for example. Typically, apps will offer promotions for deposits and leaving the money in for a set amount of time where you're rewarded with free stock. My favorite thing to do so far has been to do this with all the stock apps and earn as much free stock as possible. The most recent was Weeble's deposit promotion, and all I had to do was deposit any amount and receive 2 stocks. The catch was that the money had to sit there for 30 days before you could claim your free stocks. I was feeling pretty frisky, so I tossed in $10 and waited. The day finally came and I earned KHC, which is ticker symbol, and KO, which is Coca-Cola, $10 and $9 respectively for both of those, earning me $19. And if you guys do the math on that, that's 190% return on my $10 in 35 days. Now, Webull is just one of the many apps, so all you have to do is keep it up to date, subscribe to some additional emails to fill up your inbox, and then of course pay attention to the promotions. Robinhood was a really good one, which I'll talk about later, and there's just other promotions that probably will see a greater return, and by return I mean more than $19 for something along those lines. So you don't even need to transfer your brokerage account if you don't want to. Now, the cost of that, obviously $1, because you got to put some kind of amount in. Return on investment here, for this particular example, it could be much greater than this, but I got 190% return on my $10, which is $19. And the last big note here is retiring early on this, probably not, but I can buy a mediocre dinner now because of that. So the next one is the stock app referrals. Now, same thing, apps that are not necessarily putting money in, and this is just as simple as referring people over. So do you have a friend that wants you to always sign up for the newest app using their referral code? I don't particularly have that friend because that friend is actually me. And any app, but specifically brokerage apps like Webull, Robinhood, Alinea Invest, and others, have referral programs where you share your link and get something in return. In this case, it's a stock you can keep or sell. The catch here? You just have to annoy every single person you know that hasn't already signed up for a stock app to sign up for one, and most likely fund it with a certain amount, right? Kind of like the promotion I just mentioned. You got to have some kind of money in there from that referral. There is normally a limit to how much you can get and how high of a stock you can earn. And you can really take it to the next level, which is going to be more than $1 here, and use something like Google AdWords to share your referral code with the masses. People you've never talked to will sign up using your link, and you both earn money. I did this with Robinhood and earned over $250 in free stock. I ended up selling it all at $284, so do the math there. That's a 14% capital gain, and got to report this as miscellaneous income come tax time. Now, I did use a free Google credit, and with that credit, I made $90 in profit. Without that credit, I would have been in the red, so actually lost $32. Now, that's because I paid the Google AdWords, and this is learning experiences here, but the cool thing about Robinhood is that you don't have to actually have your referrals put in money, too. This was just refer people to the app and sign up. So it all depends on the app, but referrals are another quick, easy way. Now, the cost for this is $0. Just becoming the friend that has all the referral codes is really the cost, right? The return on investment, the ROI, with the Google credit, for this particular example, it was 41%. Without the credit, I lost $32, which I mentioned, but you don't have to do this with Google. You can have a return based on just a little time and sending some emails. Retiring early on this particular process? No, again, but being able to plaster your friends with reminders for years is absolutely priceless, right? All right, I know that's probably not the best, but on to the last one for me, and that's been credit cards. Now, the credit score is basically our master key to the treasure chest of debt. if you really want to think about it. If we want to get a personal loan, a mortgage, a new credit card, it will all be determined by the credit score that we have built up. One way to do that is through lines of credit, credit cards being the very one that people are familiar with, but you can also earn something else. Money in the form of cashback and points. A lot of cards will have promotions or point deals where you'll sign up, receive the points after a certain spend, and then do what you will with those points. Example is the American Express Platinum I just upgraded to. It had a fee, but with the bonus points, I will make about $300 in free money, and I get to use the benefits of the card as well. Can you do this with all kinds of cards? Yes. Can you basically live for free? Almost. And will it impact your credit score to have multiple hard inquiries for hundreds of cards? Most definitely. So you do have to be careful with this one and pay attention to it. But if you plan out the promotions and pay attention to the cards, you can really do a good job with this one. And the fun part is if you are paying a fee for your card, right before it becomes due again or you pay a fee, they do have membership retaining teams, essentially, where you can call in, and if you not necessarily complain, but start talking through you're about to leave, you might actually get an extra boost in points just for staying. So that is also a good way to stretch that kind of thing out. The cost here is your inbox and your mailbox being filled with special offers. You're going to be plastered with it. That's just how this works. Return on investment, ROI here, depends on the card and the benefits. And as I mentioned, for this particular one, that's $300 on whatever the fee was, which I believe it was like $695. Now, retiring early on this, not really, but it really will help you when you do retire and you've practiced through a lot of these points. So that's all I've got for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this one. A little bit of creativity, having a little bit of fun with this, and just doing something different than the normal finance stuff that we always have to trudge through, especially with like SVP recently. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you have any ideas on what you want to hear next from us, let us know. And don't forget to visit the site, theinvestingcircle.com. Hope you all have a great weekend. See ya.